AAA, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled, Pretty Black Woman Gets Dragged for Saying Men Ain't a Flex. Let's get right into it.
You want to know one thing I noticed? Whenever me and someone else have a difference of opinion, or I'm headstrong about how you should go about a certain thing, or how you should act, or how you should live your life. This is how I live my life. I'm very strict on boundaries and everything. Someone always says, that's why you don't have a man now. And it just happened recently. And I really want to just clock somebody's tea real quick, because it must be something in the water. It must be really something going on, like a apocalypse of needing a man. Because the fact that you're going to hold that over somebody else's head like it's a pink diamond is crazy. The fact that you try to hurt somebody's feelings with that person not being in a relationship is crazy. We are on two different type timings. That's your priority, babe. I am 24 years old. I'm on the come up with my life. I am having it my way. If I wanted a man, I could have one. You can't make me feel bad for living my life in a direction that you're not. I'm taught to get it, to hustle, to get somewhere in life before you call yourself being given to someone else. I'm taught to brush my teeth and wash my face before I go to bed and when I wake up in the morning. You're taught to find a man to take care of you before you're 21, and that's what got you acting like that to begin with. You could never hurt my feelings about not having a man. And you notice the people that are like that, the people that eat, sleep, breathe, need a man, are the ones that are always stagnant with their lives. Come on now, like, why? I can't be broken. That's my flex. I can't get broken up with. That's my flex. I can't get left. That's my flex. And if I do get left, if I do get broken, I know how to pick myself back up because I'm not codependent on a man. And if I get left, I'ma still have, because I got it on my own before I got with that man. So how about you ask yourself a few questions? How about you ask yourself a few questions? The fact that you think you're hurting my feelings by saying, I will never understand that. I'm sorry. But let this be a message to the pick-me's out there that want to be picked and chosen all the time. Think about what you have for yourself. And if you do have it, think about if you're still getting it while you're in a relationship. Are you distracted? Are you centered? Are you still driven? Or are you laxum? Are you insecure? For you to say that about somebody else? Let's ask ourselves those questions, okay? Peace, love, and applesauce. Bye.
Peace, love, and applesauce. I think she thinks she really cooked. I think she's like, I was taught to brush my teeth and wash my face before bed. Okay. I was taught to put on my pants before my shirt. What does that mean? What did you just say? You said nothing. And I feel bad for this woman. She's 24 years old and she's already lost. Key things that she said it was a woman who center men that their life is usually stagnant. Let me ask you this question. I really need women to understand this. Your life has no meaning without men. I know it's sad to hear that. I know you want to be independent. You want to decenter men. But there ain't no way to decenter men when the center of your body is a hole for a man. That means you got a void for your man. You were born with a void for a man. Okay? Your whole body, you know that menstrual cycle you go through every month? For a man. So all these women who think that you're stagnant if you center men, you're pretty much saying that if you follow God, you're stagnant. No, baby. If you follow the devil, you're stagnant. Because you think you want to prioritize careers and you're a hustler. Oh my God. A man is not a flex. Baby, a career ain't a flex. Who you flexing your career to? Vivica Fox got a career, ain't a flex. Ebony K got a career, ain't a flex. Oprah Winfrey got a career, ain't a flex. You know who's flexing? Women who got husbands. That's the flex. But you leave it up to modern women, they think, oh, the flex is the career, the job, you're a boss babe, you got money. I know Satan is your daddy. Tell me Satan is your daddy without telling me Satan is your daddy. And it's sad because these women, I feel like she's innocent because she just accepted the world. She thinks the world's telling her the truth to go after the bag. And she was like, oh, I can't be left. I can't be dumped. Well, yeah, a man who's unemployed can't be fired either. That ain't a flex. Oh, yeah, I can't get fired. Dude, you got no job. Bro, you're a brokey. Flexing that you can't be fired. You also can't get paid either. You also can't get a paycheck either. Now, I'm not saying a paycheck is the highest good of good. I think everybody should start their own business, right? I think God designed us to have our own business, not just work for a man, okay? But for the most part, I don't shame people to have jobs. I have a job still. I don't shame people for having jobs because jobs are opportunity to make money. And when you make money, you can make that money and then work on your side hustle or your side career and make that your full time at some point. That's the goal. I'm a full-time content creator. But in my spare time, 9 to 12 hours a week, I personal train. That's what I do. The money's still valuable to me. At some point, when YouTube keeps growing and I get more famous and I get more views, I'm not going to need the gym anymore. But, personal training does well for me. I'm not mad about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not upset about it. But I say this to say that women are so out of order. She thinks the priority is get a job, hustle, be a serial dater, meaning sleep with various groups of men, right? Oh, I got to sleep with a man and see if I can find a man I like. All this is not going in God's order. You're going in the devil's order. The devil wants this for you. And when people talk about, I got boundaries, the devil got boundaries too, baby. He came to kill, steal, and destroy. That's his boundary. He ain't coming unless he can do those three. He ain't coming. People think the devil came to kill, steal, and destroy. No, he ain't coming unless he can kill, steal, and destroy. So a lot of women are doing the devil's work unbeknownst to them. They have no idea. Unbeknownst to them. Her chain is a Louis V chain. Louis Vuitton. Materialistic girls. They're worshiping materials. They're worshiping materials. They think the material world. Look at me. I got my nails done. I got my hair done. I wash my face and brush my teeth at night. Oh my God, what a flex. You are a functioning adult. Oh my God, what a flex. You are so prepared for the world now. Man, and it's the thing that hurts me the most is the pretty ones. This is an attractive woman throwing her life away for feminism. She's 24 years old. And already I can see her future is single mom, divorced, never married, and acting like Claudia Jordan, Vivica Fox, Lisa Ray, like, oh, I don't need a man. Man ain't that important. Y'all keep talking about that y'all not hurt, y'all not bothered, but you run to TikTok to make a 3-minute video talking about you're not bothered. Oh, this don't bother me. You're trying to hurt me. That didn't hurt me. It hurt you, baby. You made a video about it. You hurt. Why don't you stop? The first thing you need to stop doing is stop lying. You lie with your words and tell the truth with your actions. Every single time. Women lie with their words and tell the truth with their actions. Every single time. Bro, I'm a dude. I won't lie. I participate in the hookup culture, debauchery, hedonism, all that stuff. And I've realized that it don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. But let me tell you some things I've discovered during hedonism and debauchery and living hookup culture. So many women will say they're not going to do something right before they do it. We're not going to have sex right before we have sex. I'm not going to go down on you right before she goes down on you. I'm not going to call you right before she calls me. Like, women normally preempt what they're not going to do by saying they're not going to do it. To trick you. That's a way to try to protect themselves. Let me lie to them and tell them, oh yeah, you're not going to get laid tonight right before you get laid tonight. It has happened to me. So the first time it happened to me, I'm like, oh shit. I was like, oh wow, I don't want to stir the pot. So I was just silent. I was just quiet about it. But now the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, I started realizing that this is the cue, something's about to pop off. And I don't think when people say yes means no or no means yes, I ain't saying none of that. I'm just trying to say women try to deceive with their words. If a woman tells you no, take it as a no. But I've learned that when women tell you one thing, they often do the opposite. People try to get you to believe who they are by their words and ignore their actions. I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to ignore your actions and believe your words. Absolutely not. That's how women are deceived. That's why the serpent deceived Eve, because he running that mouth. This dude slithering around on his belly, a serpent, not God, right? But because you like his words better, you disobey God and follow the serpent. Can you imagine that? God made you, created you. He had a relationship with you. You know what I'm saying? There was a joke that Adam said to Eve, look, we're in the Garden of Eden. We're going to live forever. We're one with God. We're one with nature. We'll never want for anything. And then the joke was, Eve said, well, that ain't enough. Literally, that ain't enough. So because she had a vision of lack, guess who became her daddy? Satan. Satan becomes your daddy every time you think that you're missing something. You're lacking something. Okay? And so she got tricked by the subtle words of a snake. A snake. You're not thinking to yourself, this is a snake. You're just ignoring what they are. You're ignoring God and saying, this is God, this is the creator, this is everything. Oh yeah, forget that. The snake said this, and I like what the snake's saying. And that's how modern women are. They want to follow who they like, what they're saying. Forget about what they're saying is valid or not. Forget about whether they're lying or not. Because we all know the serpent lied, right? God told Adam and Eve, you can eat from the tree, eat from every tree and freely. 2 abundance words. Every and freely. Satan came around and said, God said you should not eat from every tree. You know what I'm saying? You should not eat from every tree. He literally switched up God's words completely. And this woman believed it. This is why, guys, you got to understand, the very first woman was deceitful, and she was deceived. You think these women who came years, thousands and thousands of years after her ain't going to be the same? They're descendants of Eve. They're going to be exact same. This is why it's in a woman's, an impressive woman is someone who can transcend her nature. Transcend her Eve nature. Transcend her Jezebel nature. That's a wife. Woman who could say, you know what? I know that this is the route that most women go. I'm not going to go that route. I'm smarter than that. I'm not going to fall for the lies of the serpent anymore. Feminism, lies of the serpent. Lies of the serpent. Hookup culture, lies of the serpent. Boss babe culture, lies of the serpent. The serpent keeps lying, the women keep being deceived, and they want us to be deceived with them. So they behave exactly like the serpent. They behave exactly like the serpent. Lying with their words and telling the truth with their actions. And that's where we are, yo. So shout out to this girl. I'm going to give link to her TikTok page in the description. I'm wishing her all the best, but clearly, this girl is in trouble. She's in a lot of trouble. And meanwhile, she has 1,000 people trying to cheer her on, talking about, having a man's the easiest thing you can do. Yeah, it's easy to say having a man's the easiest thing. See, you could say having a man's the easiest thing you can do. There's someone in her comments. Actually prove it with your actions. Prove it. Because last time I checked, y'all want the top 20% of men, and 100% of women want the top 20% of men, and y'all barely competitive amongst the women in your neighborhood, trying to compete with all the women in the world for the top 20% of men. Tell me that's so easy. It's so easy, but a lot of successful women can't do it. Your famous artist, your favorite artist, Nicki Minaj ain't getting no top 20 men, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Let's think about someone else that didn't get the top 20% of men. Kalani didn't get her top 20% of men. Virtually every successful woman, it's hard to see a successful woman with a successful man. They normally have to date down. Trina had to date down. You love Sexy Red. Sexy Red got baby mamas. I mean, baby daddy's a baby mama. She is a baby mama. Someone was making fun of, was it JT? What's the other girl in the City Girls? Young Miami. Someone making fun of Miami. She's talking about, I ain't a hoe. Name 3 people I slept with. Someone responded to her and say, P. Diddy and your 2 baby daddies. And then she went on to say, my 2 baby daddies don't count. How they don't count, baby? You can't count. You got 2 kids by 2 different men. You can't count. Again, they try to deceive with their words, but their actions will always tell the truth, man. Guys, don't fall for it. This is why I'm coming out with a book. It's called Be Attractive and Shut Up. Don't try to convince women that you know they're deceiving you. Just shut up. Understand what's going on. Understand they're gonna lie to you, okay? This book is gonna be a free ebook. You guys can have it. I'm just taking the time to set up the website, the landing page, so you guys can get it. So give me a second, but it's complete. I'm done with it, right? And it goes through the fact that women talk womenese, men talk mansplaining, and that is the problem for most dating, is that we try to talk like men to women, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work. This rational shit that I'm talking here, it's for you men. These videos are not for women. You see the women in the comments. They hate when I make these type of videos. It's not for women. These videos are for men because only men can understand rational and objective truth. Women can't understand. They're going to be upset. Oh, they're going to defend the fact that they're going to defend a woman just because she's a woman. Don't matter if the woman is led by the devil. They're going to defend her because she's a woman. This is the nonsense that women do. They just defend the sisterhood even if the sisterhood is led by Satan. Man, I would never defend a man because he's a man if he's led by the devil. If you led by the devil, I ain't gonna defend you, brother. Hell no. Because you're a man? Out of here, bro. What that mean? What that mean? I follow God, baby. Jesus is my Lord and Savior. Hell no, I ain't gonna follow a man because he's a man. But women gonna follow a woman because she's a woman. Nonsense. Nonsensical, not rational. And it's just like the way women are. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos. And I'll see y'all over there.